This is the system to make pure AC to DC voltage. First I use one diode, this is AC voltage. Now DC, positive and negative. I use two capacitors. This is positive, this side is positive, and the another side is negative. This is the negative, and middle is the ground. After I use two coil, and after two coil I use two capacitor. This is the negative, this is positive. This is negative and negative voltage, this is positive voltage. Middle is the ground voltage. Let's go to make AC to DC voltage, AC to pure DC, AC to pure DC voltage. This is secondary, this is primary. This is primary section, this is primary, this is the secondary. Now I am going to connect the AC to 20. I am using series system. This is AC voltage, AC to 220 voltage. Now I connect AC voltage. This is 28028 voltage transformer. 28028. Now I am going to plug in the AC voltage, AC to 20. Now let's go to check the voltage. This is the AC voltage. Both sides are AC. This is the AC 220. AC 220. Now the secondary. This is the full wave transformer. Full wave transformer showing need to clean the loop. This is 28 voltage. 28. Another side also 28 voltage transformer. I am making short the series light, making light series bulb lighting. Now need to use one diode to make AC to DC. Going to check again. 28 voltage, 28 voltage. This is the diode. Middle two leg are the AC, and another is the positive, this is the negative. Middle two are AC. Middle two are the AC voltage. This is the negative voltage. This is the positive voltage. Now no need to connect with the middle leg. Middle is the center tap, 0 voltage, and another two side is the AC. Middle goes to the ground. Now I am soldering. The transformer with diode, the AC loop. I connected the AC. Okay, now let's go to check the voltage. This is AC 55.9 and DC, this is the 52, because after making the DC the diode make the voltage lower. When I will use the capacitor, then the voltage will upper. Showing 26026 voltage. Showing 26026 voltage. Now I am going to use the capacitor 24. This DC, this is not pure DC, this is only DC, not pure DC. Now I am going to make pure DC. This is the capacitor, 50 voltage 2200 mFT. Now one negative and one capacitor positive will be together. One negative and one positive will be together. This is the ground. Middle is the ground. Ground means they are got positive and negative both voltage. Positive and negative both will be in ground. and middle is the ground voltage. Now this side is positive, this is negative. This is negative, this is positive. Now I'm going to solder negative negative and positive positive. Now need to solder here. And soldering the negative voltage. These two capacitors make the DC voltage, but they will not make the pure DC. If I want to make pure DC, I have to use one coil. Look, 72 volts. Before it was the 55 volts. Now 72 volts. Need to connect with the ground. Connect the ground. I am connecting the ground voltage. Ground goes to the zero. Transformer zero. Ground. Okay. Now negative, positive and ground voltage ready. Negative, positive and ground voltage ready. This is the ground. This is the positive 36. Now this is the 36 voltage. 36 voltage. Now I am going to pure DC. This is the DC voltage, but need to make it pure. Now I am going to use to coil. This to coil I am going to use to make a pure DC. I take this coil from old computer power supply. This is the computer power supply. Desktop computer power supply. I take this coil from here. I take this coil from here. This is the desktop computer power supply, old one. I take from there. Need to coil to make pure DC. I am going to use one coil for negative voltage. This coil for negative voltage. So for negative, and this one for positive. This coil don't make the voltage lower. This coil will make the voltage accurate pure DC. Now the coil connection ready. I am going to use another two capacitor. Now checking the voltage. This one, look, 36 voltage. 36. Here also 36 voltage. 36 voltage. Now I am going to use another two capacitor. Same system. Positive and negative will be together. Positive and negative will be together. This negative, this is positive, and middle one positive and one negative. Middle is the ground voltage. Middle for the ground voltage. If we make the voltage for our amplifier like that, then there will be no humming sound. There will be no humming sound for the pure DC voltage. Sometimes we got the humming sound from our amplifier. For this case, we have to use this type of voltage, pure DC voltage. This is the pure DC voltage. If we are use this type of voltage to our amplifier, then there will be no humming from our amplifier. This is the way to make pure DC. Here will be no AC. It will be pure DC. Look, Now the middle is the ground. Middle is the ground, goes to ground. I'm going to connect the ground voltage now. This middle is the ground. This is ground voltage. Ground voltage will come direct. This voltage no need to use any coil. If you want to use coil, it's no problem. It will be very good. But I'm using the coil. Now positive, negative, and ground voltage is ready. This is the system to make pure AC to DC voltage. First I use one diode, this is AC voltage. Now DC, positive and negative. I use two capacitors. This is positive, this side is positive, and the another side is negative. This is the negative, and middle is the ground. After I use two coil, and after two coil I use two capacitor. This is the negative, this is positive. This negative and negative voltage, this is positive voltage. Middle is the ground voltage.